If you are an ambitious entrepreneur who wants to get ahead of 99% of the people out there and to be in the one top percent without sacrificing your health, your sanity, or the time of your loved ones, this is your video to watch. Hi, I'm Alexander Plank. I'm an international certified NLP coach, and I help business owners build burnout-proof systems. And today's topic is a quite interesting one, and I think one of the most underrated topics there is, because we're going to talk about limiting beliefs. And the limiting belief we are talking about today is one of the most common ones I see, and it's hard work makes you rich. Hard work is the answer to everything. Hard work is the solution. And this belief often has a huge negative effect on your life, because it starts at the point that we start saying yes to everything. That means your calendar is full, you're working until 11 p.m. and you start feeling trapped in this whole cycle of, hey, if I rest, it's a reward, but it's not a requirement for success, and I would feel guilty if I take rest now. And there's always this overload of always being on and always working, of course, leads to stress. And it happens that way that we always have this repetition in our head, and we start always seeing this point of, hey, I make progress, but our nervous system sees it as stress, and it's unsafe, because always this point of progress is pushing us. And of course that leads to other effects, like we start getting overloaded in our head with shallow work. We normally call it busy work, because we start just focusing on emails, we start focusing on the next WhatsApp, we want to take the next call here, we need to do the next task here, and of course it leads to the point of that there's no deep focus that actually moves the needle. By the way, if you're an ambitious entrepreneur who wants to get the balance back of personal life and business, and to actually scale up the business again without sacrificing the time of the loved ones or sacrificing their own sanity, I'm actually offering your own burnout-proof roadmap call, an accelerator for your way to start scaling up again without risking your health. Back to the video. We're talking about negative effects here that everyone hears it every day, and we see it over social media on every platform. We're talking about burnout, and everybody talks about burnout, but what does it actually mean? And is it really hard work that comes from burnout when we're talking about this limiting belief? And it's not that hard work as it is, it's the point of being misaligned and having no clarity. That means we are always running in those loops, never actually being productive, never actually getting to the point of making progress. And this point of always running, of course, has effects on our health. And it starts often with sleepless night. You wake up at 5 a.m. and your head is already running with 37 tabs open. You even don't feel hunger, you have this pressure on your chest, you're always edgy, always very emotional, but in yourself you feel empty. And of course it starts with the sleepless nights, and this but goes over to headache, back pain, and it's getting to physical problems. So you're really getting health issues. And that, of course, don't stay with yourself. So it has an effect over your environment, because you are changing in that way. That also means you're maybe snapping at your loved ones, you're missing family time, you're not present, you miss your kids grow up, you are not taking care of yourself, so you're pushing it out there. And on the other side, of course, you're letting go of maybe healthy habits, so you're starting destructive habits, you are not taking care of your body again, you eat bad food, you don't go out, you don't train your body, and that of course is a spiral of negative things that of course damage your body, your health, or your mental and physical health. But of course it leads over to your business, because you're of course linked to your business. You are the soul and engine of your business, and if you have a team or you don't have a team, it will always affect your quality, your decision making, your creativity, and of course the sustainability of your business. Because like I said, if you have a team or not, it's always those up and downs. You can't make big decisions, you can't do big moves like scaling up, because it's always affecting the people people around you and of course your clients, because the quality is going down, because you're exhausted to get the right quality in, to get deep focus in, to actually move the needle there. And 3 things you can start right now that I actually recommend doing is, for the first thing, track your energy. Start mapping out your energy. When in your week are you the most productive? So we need to take care of your energy, because energy is in everything. And when your energy is down, your prefrontal cortex can't make decisions, and you can't start making plans, and you can't move forward with your business and your personal life. So track your energy. When is your highest energy? What gets your energy back? And track it throughout the week. Hey, I need to work 2 days in the morning, deep focus work. I do the big decisions there, the high value tasks, and I focus there to make the best decisions and to track my energy there and keep my energy with me. So it's focused time blocks where nobody can take your time away and your energy, of course. On the other hand, is of getting back to the point that I said, you're neglecting your habits when you're burnt out. So take on again those healthy habits. Go for a walk, do breath work, of course, do maybe a power nap, eat healthy, use the time to work on your body, on your physical health and strength, because that gives also your body and your brain space to recharge and just to breathe again. And the third one is the most powerful one and the most important one here, is rewrite those beliefs, because of course they build it up in your head. They are like little brain highways, and the more you talk about it, the more you think about it, the bigger they get over years and years. But of course it gives you the chance to actually rewrite. And of course over 20 to 30 years it's harder, but you can use it and you can rewrite them, and you can start simply by being aware, okay, this belief is coming up. Hard work is the only way to money. And then you can write it down, reframe it and say, hey, there's another solution. I rewrite it for myself. For example, rest is strategic and making me progress. And that's a way of reprogramming your brain and actually having the power to rewrite your thought patterns and your beliefs, because you are in control then again. And those process and implementing that in your life is actually what got me out of burnout, and what I'm actually helping my clients with, building this unique process and routine and systems for your life, so you can have the balance with your family and business, to actually work less and have more time for yourself and your loved ones. And I'm also showing it that this process in my latest video, so check it out.